what they're hoping for. Grady, thanks a lot. Now, look who's here now. Our old friend, Art Laffer, rejoins us. Okay, Art, let's get right at it. Is the economy moving fast enough in the right direction so the GOP can keep control of the House in the midterms?
I don't know about the keeping control of the House in the midterms. That's not my gig, but it's really growing rapidly, Stuart. It's doing exceptionally well. The last 3 quarters under Trump have shown incredible economic growth according to the most important number, which is real GDP. Real GDP growth is almost 5% at an annual rate. That's incredible. And people comment about the employment numbers not being that sturdy, not being that good. If you look at the non-immigrant employment numbers, they're way, way up. In other words, what you've had here that keeps the total sort of flat is that a lot of the immigration that was coming in, let's say, 2024, stopped in 2025 and reversed. And all of those people going back instead of coming in has really lowered the employment numbers quite substantially. The non-immigrant employment numbers have offset that, Stuart, which is absolutely incredible. And all the other stuff that Grady said was just completely correct. That's going to be really good for Trump in the midterms, I think. But you need to get a pollster for knowing how the election's going to turn out.
Well, the Wall Street Journal seems to be agreeing with you. Here's what they write. Trump wants to run the economy hot, and there's a good chance he'll succeed. So let's go back to this 5% growth. The Atlanta Fed says we're at 5% now. Can you see it going better than that? I mean, can you see 6%? Because that would be just astronomical growth.
You know, I always like to keep expectations under control and not go wild and crazy. But yes, I can. I really can see it. And I'm sorry if I let expectations not monitor and control there. But yeah, I can see it. All these things are in line. Now, there are things that could come and stop some of that, you know, but bottom line, all the gears are in the right direction. I don't think this is too hot. I don't think it's inflationary. We have a lot to catch up for after the Biden period. And we can catch that up very nicely. Remember, after Reagan, the tax cuts took effect on January 1st, 83 through June 30th, 84. In that 18-month period, real GDP grew by 12%, Stuart. That's at an 8% per annum compound rate. So we haven't hit the ceiling at 5%. We could do a little bit better than that even.
Legend has it that back in the late 1970s, you sat down for dinner, perhaps with Ronald Reagan, and sketched out a tax-cutting plan that would produce astronomical growth on the back of a napkin. That is true, isn't it?
Oh, it's close enough to it. I did the curve all the time. Yes, it is. You know, it's been embellished and made bigger, but, you know, you never really want to spoil a good story with the literal truth. But yes, I spent a lot of time with Reagan. That was with Don Rumsfeld and Jude Wanniski and Dick Cheney, my classmate Dick Cheney, and it went then to Reagan, and Marty Anderson reported it as being with Reagan. I don't remember the specific moment with Reagan, but I spent a lot of time with him in the late 70s, early 80s, going through the tax cuts and trade and all that, and it worked out beautifully, Stuart, and it's going to work out beautifully this time, too.
The tax cuts that you recommended to Ronald Reagan put me in America's middle class 45 years ago. Thank you very much, Art.
I'm sorry to drop you down. Did I drop you down from the upper class to the middle class, Stuart?
No, you did not. I moved up to the middle class back in the early 1980s. I'm going to say it again. You're all right, and we hope you can join us again real soon. Thanks, Art.